In 2025, Spain took another step towards improving workers' life by increasing the minimum wage by 50 euro, bringing it to 1,350 euro per month. For many low-income workers, this extra 50 euro is a kind of game changer and a little more breathing room for them, maybe for groceries, utility bills, or even saving for a rainy day. This 50 euro means a lot to some people and some categories in Spain. But what does this actually mean for an average worker in Spain? And how much are people really paid in Spain? How much do people really earn across the different jobs and region in Spain? So we are going to take a closer look in this video, and we are going to share some tips on how you can boost your income while in Spain.
Nomads.
Hello there, you're welcome again to Nomads. This is a channel whereby you will talk about Spain, culture, travel, and everything that helps you to position, to navigate, and to make your movement to Spain an easy one. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel because a lot of goodies are on the line. Yes. So Spain minimum wage has been steadily rising over the years. And this latest increase is part of the government's efforts to keep up with the cost of living. So at 1,350 euro per month or 16,200 euro annually, Spain minimum wage is now one of the highest wage in Southern Europe. Yeah, you heard me right. But here's something you might not know about Spain minimum wage. Did you know that Spain minimum wage is actually higher than many neighboring countries? So in 2025, the minimum wage in Portugal is about 1,200, and in Greece it's just 10 euros. So this makes Spain a regional leader in fair wages, at least compared to these other countries and more. However, despite this progress, Spain's average salary is still about 20%. That's sad, right? But then this gap highlights the ongoing challenge of balancing minimum wage with the economic competitiveness. Yes. So now, guys, let's start with the service industry. The service industry employs a huge portion of Spain's workforce. Jobs like the waiters, the people who work in hotels, restaurants, retail assistants. These people, they typically earn between 1,200 to 1,500 per month. So these roles are essential to Spain's economy, especially in tourist areas, tourist heavy areas. Why? Because Spain has a high demand in hospitality and tourism sector. But then this sector actually has its own challenge, but the pay is somehow reasonable compared to other sectors. So for someone working full-time at a minimum wage of that amount can now earn extra 50 euro to help cover expenses and more. But is it enough to live comfortably in a country where rent is about, in cities like Madrid, Barcelona, and even Malaga, where rent can easily eat up half of your paycheck? Things used to be actually very, very cheap in Spain, but of late, I can really vouch for that. You can watch my video where I did a shopping tour in a Spanish supermarket and see how the cost of things have changed over time. Guys, then there are many jobs like cleaners, janitors, which are often paid close to the minimum wage. These workers usually earn between 1,200 and 1,400 per month. It's hard to work while the recent wage increase may help, but then there are cities where the cost of living is actually higher, and by then this salary does not really make enough effort in having extra to take home or to even save. So that is the salary most of them earn. And in the construction industry, wages vary, but sometimes laborers might earn 1,300 to 1,700 per month, while skilled electricians, plumbers earn to um, 1,800 to 2,000 per month. Okay, but then let's talk about agricultural workers who are the backbone of Spain's farming industry. These people typically earn between 1,200 and 1,500 per month. So many of these jobs are seasonal, which means workers might not have a steady income year round, but then they are in high demand. Yes, agricultural workers are in high demand in Spain as well as hospitality and tourism sector. You can check out my video where I made the visa sponsorship job in Spain. Let's talk about the tech sector. Spain's tech sector is booming. Software engineers, data scientists, IT specialists can now earn between 2,500 to 4,000 euro per month, especially in tech hubs like Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia. The jobs are in high demand and they retain the talent. There's this competitiveness, but talent are being appreciated. Okay, so jobs are in high demand in Spain, and Spain is working hard to attract and retain talent in competitive fields. So for tech professionals, Spain offers not just good salary, but a high quality of life with the good weather, great food, and a relaxed pace of living. Okay, let's talk about professions like teaching. How much the teachers typically earn in Spain. A primary school teacher, for example, earns around 1,800 to 2,200 per month, depending on their experience and location. What about healthcare professionals? Nurses typically earn between 1,800 and 2,500 per month, while junior doctors can make between 2,000 to 3,000 euro. I beg your pardon. So these jobs actually require a lot of skill and dedication, and while the salaries aren't the highest, they actually come with satisfaction and so for many families, the recent minimum wage increase has been a lifeline. Despite these challenges of people complaining that the salary in Spain is low, Spain's minimum wage is one of the most now at present competitive in Southern Europe. It's a sign that the country is committed to reducing income inequality and supporting low-income workers. You see, yeah. Now, if you're wondering how can someone earn more in Spain, here are some practical tips. First, consider upskilling. Spain tech sector is growing fast and in demand skills like coding, data analytics, digital marketing. They open doors to higher paying job. So try to upskill and develop yourself more on high demand industries. And secondly, learn Spanish. Yes, while many international companies operate in English, fluency in Spanish or knowing Spanish to an extent can help boost your job prospects, especially if you are already in Spain. So improve your Spanish so that you can be able to negotiate a much better pay and even enjoy your work experience in Spain. And the third option of boosting your salary is that most of people do freelancing or remote work. You know, with the rise of digital nomads, many Spaniards are supplementing their income by working for international companies or clients. So you can actually do freelancing to boost your pay and your take home check rather. Next thing to do is to network. Yes, you have to tap in, go to events, join professional groups, and meet with people who can connect you to more profession. Now, the next thing to know is that you have to consider relocating to regions with lower living costs. Cities like Madrid, Barcelona are expensive, but with smaller towns and regions like Galicia, Extremadura, they offer a low cost of living and the salary is actually livable. Because most times when people come to Spain, they are looking for the big cities, but most of these other small cities have a low cost of living, hence you have much to save. So how much do people make in Spain in 2025? The answer depends on where you work, what you do, and where you live. But one thing is clear, Spain is working to create a more uh, equitable economy, whether you are a tech professional, you are a cleaner, whatsoever. So I always tell people that when you are relocating to a country, don't just move to that country without a plan. Yes, you have to plan, make out the skills that you're going to work with, and try to upskill yourself. Don't just sit down and be dormant. Try to upskill yourself in order to make yourself to be positioned in an industry that will pay you well. Trust me, lots of people are living well in Spain with a good salary, and you can as well. You can as well. So, this is just an overview of salaries in Spain. If you have questions to ask, make sure to write it down in the comment. I'll do my best to reply you, but then do not forget to subscribe to this channel because more interesting contents are on the line. Thank you so much for watching. Adios.